catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game.
Play clock at 5. Pass is intercepted at the goal line.
More from championship number 6. Short. Open. Chicago with the lead. 3 seconds at midcourt.
Jenkins
Gives it to Jenkins for the championship. They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
If you're Philly.
It's off to Leonard, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger?
What's going on, everybody? The Lakers are in action tonight, which means I will be on the call. My guy Fred is unable to be here. Our guy Caleb also unable to be here. But we got some pretty good Summer League action. And again, it will be the Lakers versus the Pelicans. We have a very exciting game. We got Jared Harper, who's been playing unbelievable, the kid from Auburn. He played really, really well against Kentucky a few times. An SEC kid, short, fiery guard. He's only 5'10", but can absolutely fill it up. And then we got the Lakers. A lot of question marks with the Lakers coming into the year. Of course, I'm a huge Laker fan. Always enjoy calling their games. So here we go. Summer League action. The Lakers are starting as usual. Looks like Jay Huff is back. He will be coming off the bench for the Lakers. For the Pelicans, looks like Dyson Daniels still nursing that ankle injury. Will be out tonight. But nonetheless, I'm excited for this game. And, of course, E.J. Liddell unfortunately tore his ACL and will be out for the extended future. But nonetheless, here we go. Laker basketball, Summer League action. They only have one more game after tonight. It's tomorrow. It's John Petty Jr. They have a lot of SEC kids. Does the Pelicans Summer League roster. But nonetheless, here we go. I'm excited for this game. As we start out, Pelicans have possession. That's Elijah Stewart with the ball. Hands it over to John Petty. Back to Stewart. Stewart finds Harper on the right wing. It looks like he's going to try to get a screen. He does. Pulls up deep three. And it's going to almost roll in as Sasha Kalea-Jones rebounds for the Lakers. Scottie Pippen Jr. on the attack. They hand it over to Cole Swider. Cole Swider, no hesitation, blocked away, but Kalea-Jones cleans it up. Sasha Kalea-Jones, former Kentucky Wildcat 5-star. Didn't really work out for the young man at Kentucky as Elijah Stewart trying to answer. No, sir, but Tyreek Jones rebounds out to Harper. He's not shy. Lets up another one, but it won't go. And the Lakers have an early advantage. 2-0, 9:11 to go. And we'll eventually pull up the scoreboard. We learned how to do that last broadcast. So we're learning on the fly here. As Sasha Kalea-Jones has it at the top of the key, about 12 left on the shot clock. Nowhere to go. Gives it over to Nate Pierre-Louis. Pierre-Louis has about 5 to go. Hands it over to Scottie Pippen. He's going to have to work quick. As 3. That's a deep one. Deep 3, almost by the logo, but no, sir. But Kalea-Jones cleans it up. Offensive rebound and a stick back for Sasha Kalea-Jones. Puts the Lakers up 4-0 early against the team in the Pelicans that could play for the Summer League Championship on Sunday. But there's Tyreek Jones, flips it up and an easy lay-in for the young man. Kalea-Jones hands it over to Max Christie. Max Christie finds Kalea-Jones on the pick and pop. Corner 3 won't go. Battling for the rebound out to Max Christie. Max Christie, Cole Swider, corner 3, no. But Sasha Kalea-Jones battling, has another offensive rebound. They give it over. Max Christie, top of the key, wide open. It rattles in and out. And Elijah Stewart will rebound and push for the Pelicans. He hands it over to Tyreek Jones. Tyreek Jones back to Stewart. Stewart has nowhere to go, fires it over to Jared Harper. Harper floats it up. It was a pass down low to Tyreek Jones, and it's up and in. Tyreek Jones with 4 early. It's Tyreek Jones versus Sasha Kalea-Jones. The battle of the Joneses. As Cole Swider gets it on the right wing, no hesitation, won't go. John Petty rebounds. And they're going to push. Over to Harper. Harper's over 2 early. He drives all the way. Won't go, and they miss the putback. And Max Christie with another rebound. Ooh, nice little hesitation dribble as he drives. He's got nowhere to go, so he pulls it out. Gives it over to Scottie Pippen Jr. Pippen Jr. working. Array of moves, but goes nowhere. Kicks it out to Swider. Swider's got 10 on the shot clock. Gives it out to Christie. Christie loses his dribble momentarily, but retains it. He's got 5 on the clock. Looking to go to work. Little side step 3. That's a really tough shot, and it's good. The Lakers' second-round draft pick showing a little bit there with a little side step 3. And it's good. As Nate Pierre-Louis, he has been a pesky on-ball defender and picks up 94 feet. That's a tough shot. Who was that? That was Elijah Stewart. He's been aggressive. And Scottie Pippen Jr. brings it up for the Lakers. Nice little behind the back. Little herky-jerky move there, and the Lakers are on top 9-4 in an early timeout from the Pellies. So the first timeout, the Lakers lead. So the first timeout is 9-4. Lakers are on top. I love keeping track of every timeout, who's winning where. I have my highlighter out. I got the Pelicans roster, trying to retain them in my head and retain the information. Lakers Summer League action. We are up 9-4 early here. But again, it's extremely early. I'm going to try to pull up ESPN here and get a scoreboard for everybody so you guys can kind of see what's going on. But whoever's here, thanks for joining. My name is Troy. And I'm hanging out with you guys tonight. It's going to be a late night, but nothing better here. Let me get this started. Sorry. Google Chrome would like to record, granted access. Hold on, sorry. I have to unlock it here. Hold on. Sorry about this. It's all there we go. Google Chrome will not be able to record this content on your screen until it's quit. Okay. So no screen sharing on the Google Chrome for now. So sorry about that. No scoreboard. But I'll keep you guys as open as updated as I possibly can. As the Lakers are on 9-4 early, we've seen some good basketball early on from Sasha Kalea-Jones. Max Christie has looked pretty solid. And now the Pelicans will bring it back up into the front court as Jared Harper looks to get things set. Over to John Petty. They get it back to Harper. Harper attacking downhill. Kind of bumps Nate Pierre-Louis off his spot. Beautiful jump shot, mid-range. It's good. Beautiful shot by Jared Harper. Looks like Trey Murphy will not be playing as Scottie Pippen gets his defender up in the air and passes it to the side after he draws the foul. That guy, John Butler from Florida State, he's 19 years old. If you're not watching on TV, he is so long and skinny. It looks so awkward. And Scottie Pippen Jr. has it for the Lakers. He's back, but then passes it over to the corner to Sasha. Sasha, a little fake pass over to Cole Swider. Cole Swider now attacking at the top of the key. Hands it over to Max Christie. Christie's got 2. He's got 1. He's going to have to fire. He does. Gets it off just in time, and it won't go. John Butler clears it for the Pelicans. Harper now on the attack all the way. A little dipsy-do. Layup won't go, but that is Tyreek Jones on the glass. Kicks it out to Elijah Stewart. Stewart, little float game, middle pocket there, and it's good. He did a little pump fake one dribble float game, and it was pure. Up and in. As now Scottie Pippen Jr. Lakers. Early action. Christie dumps it off to Kalea Jones. Kalea Jones now working against a smaller Jared Harper. A little post spin, but it's blocked away by the before-mentioned John Butler from Florida State. They get it up. John Petty Jr. for three. Won't go, but John Butler clears it. The offensive rebound, and he gets fouled on the putback. So he will go to the line. Little float game shown off by Elijah Stewart, the rookie from USC. He's 26 years old. So not everything has gone according to plan for John Butler. But nonetheless, playing in Summer League with one of the best Summer League teams of the year. Looks like Kalea Jones and Swider and Nate Pierre-Louis and Scottie Pippen all getting a rest all at once. I might have to pull out my Laker roster here. Try to make sure I know who's out there. It's Jay Huff again. He is back, but he's not in just yet. I don't know if we'll see him or not coming off the COVID list. His first game is Mason Jones. Who else we got out there? We got Paris Bass, Mason Jones, 48, Vito Brown. We got Javonte McCoy and Max Christie. As Mason Jones wastes no time, puts up a three, and it's good. Beautiful shot, 12-9. Lakers on top with 4:40 to go. As Jared Harper for three, short. Mason Jones clears it. Mason Jones impacting the game early on here. He brings it down. Mano-a-mano over Jared Butler, but then hands it over to Javonte McCoy, who gives it right back. Up, fake, step back. He passes it over to Bass. Bass on the attack, and he turns it over. Jared Harper is all over the place for the Pelicans. Lobs it up to John Butler. And the hammer time for the slender man, that is John Butler. John Butler, if you're not watching this live, go ahead and click over or look up a picture of John Butler as Javonte McCoy. Little mid-range pull-up is so good. He's such a nasty player. Averaged about 17 points per game in his college career. I'm pretty sure he went to a small college. Can't remember it off the top of my head, but it was Boston University. It was an absolute bucket as Elijah Stewart mid-range won't go. Rebound away by Bass. Paris Bass now on the attack. A little one-on-one action. Step back, pulls it, won't go. Rebound by John Butler. Who's in there for the Pelicans? Number 35, Zach Hankins from Xavier. Oh, that was a beautiful move by Stewart. Won't go. Paris Bass rebounds for the Lakers. Gets it up to Javonte McCoy. McCoy drives. I thought he got fouled. No whistle, but it's deflected out. And now the guy, Jared Harper, will get a well-needed rest here. Impacting the game at a very, very high level. It's now Fabian White Jr. for the Lakers checks in for Max Christie, and now the full platoon change has happened for the Lakers. They got the full bench unit out there. And then for the Pelicans, sorry, I have to make the changes to theirs. Like I said, they got Zach Hankins, John Petty Jr. with the ball. Davidis is in as John Petty. Floater, he's fouled. And then Amadou Sow. They got a pretty funny line out there, if I do say so much. And now the second time out, the Lakers still in front. 14-12. I'm pretty sure John Petty's got 2 free throws. So he could do as much as tie the game. How's everybody's day been? Has it been good? Has it been bad? I'm excited for some basketball. Excited for some Laker basketball at that. I cannot wait for the actual season to begin. It's going to be so much fun. Can't wait. Submit a post for admin approval. Got these Laker groups I'm in, man. You got to submit post for admin approval. Oh my gosh. I hate that these have to be approached. Some of these groups I'm in some Laker groups. And it has to submit for approval and all that. As the other Summer League action, it looks like the Raptors are on the head of whoever they're playing. I can't remember. Cannot remember. But John Petty knocks in the first free throw. The Pelicans have to win by 8 or more to move on to potentially face the New York Knicks. The Summer League in general, the way the tournament is laid out is so stupid. Just to be completely honest with you. It makes no sense. As Javonte Mccoy now drives, draws, float game, rattles out. Was a beautiful move. Beautiful drive. As now John Petty for 3 is good. I saw a lot of him as a Kentucky fan at Alabama. Just a raw score. Daron Sebring is in for the Pelicans. They have such a funky roster. As Vito Brown, corner 3 won't go. Rebound away by the Pelicans, and now they are pushing. Handed over to John Petty. John Petty, another 3. Straight cash. His shot is just beautiful. He's such a raw scorer. He's one of the all-time leading three-point artists in Alabama history. As now Mason Jones, step back, 2-pointer is good. He had that man lost in the sauce. And Mason Jones, just a certified scorer from Arkansas, another SEC kid. A lot of good basketball gets played in that Southern Eastern Conference. As John Petty looking to add to his point total, attacking now, showing off his 3 levels, kicks it out to Daron. Daron kicks it out to Amadou Snow for 3. And the Pelicans just keep piling on from downtown. And Mason Jones brings it to the front court. The Pelicans are on an 11-2 run in the last about 2.5 minutes. The pull-up jump shot won't go for the Lakers, and the Pelicans are looking to push. They get up the court. That's a breakaway dunk for Zach Hankins from Xavier. 24-16 now. And you blink and the Pelicans are starting to pile it on the Lakers. As Javonte McCoy looks to answer. He kicks it out to Vito Brown from downtown. And it's good. Little stops the bleeding for the Lakers right now. 24-19, a little under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Daron attacking, blocked away by Fabian White Jr. He's from Houston University. Played a key role in some of their really, really good and really long runs in March. Love to see that. Fabian White Jr., that was 6'8", 23 years old. He gets it in. Tough shot by Davidas for 3 and another 3 for the Pelicans. 27-19 now as the Pelicans, again, on that 16-5 run, just tearing it up from downtown. As Paris Bass gets down low, he flips it up, won't go. Cleared away by Zach Hawkins, and now, again, the Pelicans are looking to run. Davidas gets it down low to Snow, and Sal, and he turns it over. 27-19 now, 30 seconds to go. I mean, that was a tough shot by the guy, Davidas Sarvadias from Livius Raitas Villainous. Mason Jones brings it up for the Lakers. He's attacking. Gets it poked away momentarily. He recovers the ball. Gets it out to Cole Swider. Cole Swider, a little handoff to McCoy. McCoy looking to get a screen from Fabian. He does. A little step back, pump fake, lets it go. Won't go. Just under 9 seconds now. Duran attacking, flips it up, won't go. Swider rebounds. He's got about 3, 2, 1. Three-quarter course, half-court heave, won't go. Little short there. And at the end of the first quarter, the Pelicans are up 27-19. They went on that crazy run to end the first quarter, burying triple after triple. And the Lakers find themselves down 8 points here early. 8 points, man. So the Lakers, Pelicans, 27, Lakers, 19. There you have it. No, I didn't add. See if it'll add this time. Yes, there it is. So there you go. There's your updated score at the first. 27-19, I believe. It's the first time at the into the first again is the first that at the end or at a timeout Lakers have not had a lead. I always, like I said, I love keeping track of that because, I like to see if a team dominates from the word go or how that all works. Let's see here. I'm trying to pull up some box scores. Here we go. So Cole Swider's 0 for 4. But Sasha Collier-Jones, probably a bright spot for the Lakers so far. 4 points, 4 rebounds. He's played extremely hard. Max Christie's also looked a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more comfortable, if you will. As again, the Pelicans are up 27-19 at the end of the first quarter. 10-minute quarters at Lakers Summer League. They interviewed Mason Jones, who piled on eight points off the bench, but didn't really, or 5 points rather, sorry, but it didn't really matter as we found ourselves in an early hole. We do get the ball to start the second quarter, 27-19. Looks like Jay Huff, welcome back. Jay Huff, and he turns the ball over as soon as he enters. Got to shake off the rust there. I love Jay Huff. He's a really, really high-impact player. As that's a floater, won't go. Jay Huff and Fabian White fight over the rebound, which then tips it out, and the Pelicans get another good look, and it misses, but then they get an offensive rebound. And now they'll set up the offense. DeVitis, 3-ball, way short. And it'll be Laker basketball. 9:25 to go. 27-19 still. And it looks like for the Lakers, we got R.J. Cole, Javonte McCoy, Jay Huff, Fabian White Jr., and Mason Jones. As Javonte kicks it out, Fabian White Jr. 4-3. It's good. He was over 40% shooter in Houston. He's a very, very good basketball player. I don't know. I doubt the Lakers give him a real opportunity at the big leagues. But I think he'll be a South Bay Laker. As we see some good defense put on by Fabian White, kind of caused a little ruckus at the top of the key, forcing them to have to work late in the clock. And that's a tough shot for Sal. Blocked away by Fabian White. A little shot clock violation. Good defense there by Fabian. I thought the refs called it a foul for a second. And I was not about to be happy. 27-22, 8:40 to go. R.J. Cole setting up the offense for the Lakers. Hands it over to McCoy. McCoy at the left wing gets a screen from Jay Huff, who then just hands it over to Mason Jones with 8 seconds now on the shot clock. Good backdoor. Not seen. Now R.J. Cole drives, float game, middle of the paint, uses the bank shot. Little running bank shot, and it's good. 27-24. Pelicans still on top. But a nice layer for the Lakers to cut the deficit. Little 5-0 run. Jay Huff gets his first block, then reestablished, so the shot clock shouldn't change, I wouldn't imagine. So they need to get that shot clock situation figured out. Hopefully the Lakers sideline is all over that one. As R.J. Cole showing off his touch. Just floats with a little kiss. And yet, they reset the shot clock to 14. DeVita out away by Mason Jones. So DeVita will get 2 free. This DeVita's guy, man, he's pretty active. Can shoot. A little lefty. You love to see it. Good for him. 27-24. The Lakers again open up the second quarter on a little 5-0 run. DeVita's, the first free throw is good. 28-24. Here at the Summer League. The Lakers again only have one more game, and it'll be tomorrow. I will not be going live as DeVita's misses the second one. Zach Hawkins gets the rebound. Won't go. Jay Huff battling. DeVita's finds it. Won't go again. Jay Huff corrals it again. And he gets up. 28-24. Mason Jones drives, kicks it out to Javonte, who finds the trailer, and Jay Huff. Jay Huff, pump fake, rips, drives, and draws the nice finish. Draws some contact. I thought he was going to get an and one there. No whistle, but he still got the bucket as DeVita's now for the Pelicans. Dishes it over to Elijah Stewart. Stewart working his Fabian White. Little step back three-way. And Javonte Mccoy is going to push for the Lakers. He's fine. Little seam there. Spin move. Little fadeaway jump. Shot won't go. Jay Huff cleans it up on the glass and dunks it home. Jay Huff from Virginia University. Man, this kid's fun to watch. If the Lakers had him all summer, I think we'd honestly be playing more meaningful summer league games as Jared Harper takes the contact, the hoop, and the harm, and draws an and one. Jared Harper, man. He's about as dynamic in this summer league action as he was at Auburn. But yes, Jay Huff, man, working on the glass. Javonte McCoy left it up a little bit soft, but Jay Huff was right there to clean it up. 30-28, about 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. Jared Harper at the line looking to convert. Oh, that's a lane violation. No call. It is the NBA, I guess. And it puts it up and in. 31-28 now. 7 minutes to go. R.J. Cole finds Javonte McCoy. McCoy hands it off to Mason Jones. Mason Jones gets a screen from Jay Huff. He's looking to go to work. Kick it out to Jay. Kick it out. Thank you to Jay Huff. Jay Huff pump fakes one dribble mid-range, fires it to the corner. Mason Jones catches, fires good. Corner three ball, and now we have a tie game, 31-31. About 6.5 to go. And again, if you look at that end of the first quarter score, you'd be saying, wow. The Lakers open up the quarter on a 12-4 run, absolutely erasing the deficit as Harper floats it, won't go. Javonte McCoy rebounds. I like this lineup, man. They're playing really, really well together. He hands it over. R.J. Cole, 4-3 is good. And the Lakers are back out in front, 34-31. A little 15-4 start to this quarter. And just like that, the Pelicans need a timeout. Let's go. What a time, man. The Lakers have 34 and the Pelicans have 31. And just like that, man, this is what makes Summer League so much fun. You can never get comfortable with the lead. These boys stay fighting. And I'm here for it. As I'm going to go to the box score here. Let's take a peek. So Mason Jones, 3 for 3, 2 for 2 from downtown, 8 points, 2 rebounds. You look at Jay Huff, he's plus 11 in his 4 minutes. 4 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and a block. And again, plus 11 in 4 minutes. That's incredible. That's incredible. You also look at Javonte McCoy, 2 points, 2 rebounds, but 4 dimes for the young man. R.J. Cole also with 5 points, and he's a plus 11. The Lakers doing really, really good things when R.J. Cole and Jay Huff are doing well. And the only Laker that has not played so far is Sharif O'Neal. Other than that, I mean, a great little start here. And then for the Pelicans, obviously, John Petty Jr. with 8 points. He's impressed the most, I would say, to me. But also, I'm a big fan of DeVita's. He's got 4 points. If you're watching on ESPN, they are highlighting the new Laker documentary series coming to Hulu. It's called Legacy. I cannot wait. It's going to be incredible. I will not miss an episode of that. Also, how about this shirt, man? LA, little light blue. Got some writing on the side. This shirt's fire. This shirt is gas. All right, but anyway. Here we go. And again, Dyson Daniels, the 8th pick in this year's draft, unable to compete. It looks like he's got a headphone in. As John Petty checks in and floats it up, and it's good. 34-33. John Petty, the minute he gets in, being aggressive, going to the bucket, and already he forces the action, but in a good way. Like, it's obviously not a bad thing. And now Mason Jones. Oh, no wonder they're interviewing him. That's why he's got the headphone in. That makes so much more sense. Looks like the guy E.J. Liddell next to him is trying to. He's talking a lot more, trying to get a little camera time. 34-33, 5:53 to go. The Lakers are on top after being down 8 points. That's now R.J. Cole, Cole Swider, Scottie Pippen. Who we got? I believe that's Fabian White and Mason Jones. Cole Swider, little pump fake, relocate, 3, good. Cole Swider. I cannot wait to see him in an actual Laker jersey. Like, he's beautiful. He's perfect for the Lakers. Perfect. As John Petty, little pump fake, fires it over to Harper. Harper steps in, 2-pointer mid-range is good. Jared Harper. I don't know if he's on a 2-way deal with the Pelicans, but I have a good feeling that after his summer league, he's going to be. Mason Jones drives, kicks, way too hot to handle. Tried to feed it in down low to Fabian White, and it deflects off the hand and goes out of bounds. Here we go, 37-35. A little over 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Jared Harper gets it poked away by Scottie Pippen Jr. Pippen Jr. now attacking. Fires it, cross-court pass, beautiful pass. And then Mason Jones, a little touch pass down to Fabian White Jr., who puts it up and in. Beautiful little post move, left-handed. From Fabian White, little offhand magic there. And the Lakers extend their lead to 4. Harper now. They call a foul on Scottie Pippen. Looks like he was getting held by the screener. No luck on that one. (39-35), 4:40 to go. Again, the Lakers are on top. Dyson Daniels already supporting the chain of the Jared Harper drives out. That was Elijah Stewart who missed it. And the Lakers go on the other end. Max Christie's off to Cole Swider. He drives, kicks it out to Fabian White. Fabian White now backing down. Little great move, but he misses that one, but then gets his offensive rebound and in. He made a beautiful move to a strong hand this time, and he missed it. Put it up with your left hand. Probably make it. It's Jared Harper. Pull up mid-range, jump shot. Silky smooth. He's been aggressive since coming out for the second quarter. Max Christie drives, draws, kicks to R.J. Cole on the wing. R.J. Cole, he does the exact same thing. Kicks it out to Scottie Pippen for 3. Won't go. Rebound away. And Harper will bring it up for the Pelicans. He gets a screen, pulls up from downtown. Won't go. Fabian White Jr. clears it, kicks it up to Max Christie. Christie looks to attack for the Lakers. A little drop-off pass. Cole Swider on the block. Cole Swider takes one dribble, gets double team, kicks it out to Scottie. Scottie gets absolutely hammered, and it'll be a foul. 41-37. As the action has been extremely good for the Lakers. Down 27-19 at the end of the first quarter. Change won't go. Calais Jones finally back in. He's battling on the glass. Can't get it, and the Pelicans will look to attack. Javonte Jr.'s got it on the left wing. He gets a screen. Little snatch back turkey sandwich mid-range. Way off. Watch your head down there. You might get hurt. Thanks for the play-by-play. What's up, Matt? I appreciate you, my guy. It's no problem, bro. As Calais Jones gets the rebound, kicks out Scottie Pippen Jr. from downtown. It's good. The Lakers should be up 7. Looks like they gave the point to the wrong team. Should be 4-37. As the Pelicans now with 2:40 to go. What's going on, Adam? How'd you find the channel, man? As it's blocked away from Calais Jones, and the Lakers on the attack. Max Christie out to Cole Swider for 3. Won't go. That's Cole Swider. Every time he touches the ball, as a Laker fan, you're like getting up, like, oh, that thing's going in, which is a good thing for the Lakers to have as Jared Harper. My goodness. The hoop and the harm from downtown. He'll have a chance for a 4-point play. That's a big play right there. As the 4th timeout has come. And the Lakers up by 4. Pels. So it's 54-40. Lakers still on top. And just, again, to kind of go over the box score, Jared Harper. Let's look at him. He's got 12 points. He's 5 of 13. My guy has taken 13 shots already. That is crazy. Crazy. But other than that, John Petty's been super efficient. 10 points, 3 of 5 shooting. And then you look at the Lakers. I mean, so spread out. Vito Brown's playing extremely well. Javonte Mccoy's played okay. Jay Huff only got 4 minutes. He was plus 11. Plus 11 in 4 minutes. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. But thanks so much, everybody, for hanging out with me as we go through today. I'm sorry again. The share play was working like a charm last live, right? And then for this, I had to switch to Google Chrome, though, because on Safari on my MacBook, it wouldn't let me edit the title. So I went to Google Chrome, and it let me edit the title. But, of course, I had to change some sort of privacy thing, and until I restart Google Chrome, it won't let it transition over. So, unfortunately, no share screen for this one, or else you guys would be seeing a scoreboard, a box score, everything along those lines. Again, I apologize for that. That's on me. I should have got that all situated before I came on, but I kind of decided real late to come on. I didn't plan on it, but then I was like, dude, let's do it. I love the Lakers. I want to do a play-by-play for them, and I plan any regular season game I can. I'm going to hop on, and obviously we'll do a little post game thing along with obviously the actual game. So that's for the regular season. Cannot wait. But for now, we have Summer League. 44-41, 2:10 to go. And the Lakers are on offense here. Scottie Pippen drives to the bucket. Left-handed, tough shot. Won't go. Rebound away by DeVitis for the Pelicans. Petty Jr. He attacks. That was a nifty move. Gets it around the horn. Now to DeVitis. DeVitis almost loses it, but then finds Harper in the corner. Harper drives. A little nifty pass. And what a finish. Tyreek Jones from the top. Get on the Pelicans train. Are you a Pelicans fan, Adam? And did you just find this to like look? Were you just looking on YouTube for some live play-by-play, or are you watching the game? What's going on, Adam? Thank you so much again for joining us here. If you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. But I appreciate you very, very much for hanging out with me, chatting with me a little bit. As Tyreek Jones for the Pelicans caps off that 3-point play. That was a beautiful play. A beautiful. If you're on the Pelicans and if you're on Twitter, you're seeing that dunk. I have no doubts about that. It's Max Christie for the Lakers. Drives. Left-handed shot. Won't go. It's a rough shot, but Kalea Jones there. Kicks it out. Cole Swider, 3. Good. I'll tell you what, as a shooter in high school, there's nothing better than whenever your big guy gets an offensive rebound, turns, and finds you as you're just stepping right in rhythm to your shot. The Lakers have sank 9 3 balls, and John Petty looks to get it back. That wasn't John Petty. That was Elijah Stewart, and it looks like he turned an ankle. As Scottie Pippen now drives, kicks it out to Max Christie. Christie, little dribble pull-up, mid-range is good, and the Lakers go up by 5. Elijah Stewart seemed to step on an ankle on that 3 ball, and I think the Pelicans just had to use a timeout. Wait, he called him. I'm so confused what's going on. It's hard sometimes to keep up with the whistles. Let's see. Did he step on it? Yeah, but, I mean, he really extended out there. Coach Collins for the Pelicans. I mean, what is for the stoppage here is 58 seconds, 49-44. Lakers are on top, and it looks like Elijah Stewart will stay in the game for the Pelicans. And again, at the Cox Pavilion, there is a game going on. The Raptors in the Heat. The Raptors are on top by 8. How about that picture? A little Magic autograph. I have so much more Lakers stuff I could put on the wall, man, but I have it stowed away. I have a couple Kobe. I actually have 2 Kobe's, or 3 actually, because that one fell. I don't know if you see the random tape on my wall. So in order for the Pelicans to play in the championship game, they have to beat the Lakers by 5 or more, and they currently are down by 5. As I guess this is going to be a 5th timeout. I don't know what's happening. There's been a delay to the game for quite some time. I guess they're reviewing that closeout, but it looked like a normal closeout. I don't think that's going to be a – thanks for the picks. Thanks for the picks. What picks, my guy? Am I making picks somewhere? My guy Adam shouting me out for the picks. Oh, the Lakers. Oh, I got you now. It took me a minute. Hey, tell my guy Anthony Davis thank you for a championship. How about that? Hey. I don't know if you could see this banner, but right there, 2020, my guy. Thanks to the Pelicans for trying to help us out. You guys are real ones. As my guy BI. If you're watching it live, they just showed BI on the screen. That's my guy. BI looks like he's having a bit of a finger issue. Has his finger all taped up and wrapped up. God, he looks like a bigger guy, man. It looks like he's putting on some weight. Good for him. He's looking good. As Cole Swider misses the front end of that free throw. I guess there was a technical somewhere. I am so out of the loop of what in the world is going on. But nonetheless, we're back to action. That's all that matters. As the Lakers have the ball now. Didn't they just score? Bubble ring. Hey, yes, it was a bubble ring. But that bubble ring was pretty hard to come by, brother. Napier Lewis fires it in there, tapped away out of bounds. So you're a Pelican fan. Guy, I respect you. I do. There's not a lot of them. As a turnover by the Lakers. And who is that? He's rumbling and tumbling. Tyreek Jones. He still hasn't corralled the ball, and it's a turnover. Scottie Pippen Jr. finds the ball, dips it over to Cole Swider. Cole Swider drives, attacks, righty layup is up and in. That guy, Max Christie, was in the corner calling for it. Didn't look too happy. And the Lakers are on a 7-0 run, 51-44. The Lakers are on top. As Elijah Stewart seems to be healthy and whole, he fires up, won't go, but there's a foul on the rebound. Looks like it's a foul on the Pelicans, Tyreek Jones. Hey, wait, one thing about the bubble. If you watch it, did you watch the bubble? Just be real. Did you watch the bubble? Because I did. Right? Obviously, as a fan, they're in the playoffs. I know as a Pelican fan, especially if you're just a fan of your team, you watch your team. And then from there, you just watch the big games or whatever the case may be. But the bubble was some of the best basketball we've seen in years, in recent memory. Obviously, there's no fans. It's a lot easier to compete with no fans, yada, yada, yada. But Scottie Pippen at the top of the key now with 10 seconds. 51-54. Draws a little contact, flips it up. It's a foul. And he will have the opportunity to extend the Laker lead to as close to 9 points as his dad, as Pops, showing love here in Summer League. I mean, if you watch the bubble, it was some great basketball. And I'm honored as a Laker fan to be like, hey, we won the championship that year. Because, yeah, you can say whatever you want, but everybody had the same circumstances, right? So if it was easy for the Lakers to win it, it should have been easy for anybody to win. Just my perspective. As Scottie daps up his one son, gives him a big hug and a kiss on live television. Love that. As Scottie Pippen Jr. puts in the second free throw to extend the Laker lead to 8. And now with 5 seconds to go, Jared Harper kind of loses the ball, picks it back, gets up, I heave, won't go. Sure, pal. Hey, but no, seriously though, did you watch it though? Like I'm seriously asking. Like I'm not trying to be facetious or anything like that. Like I'm seriously asking you, like, did you watch, you know, because I don't think the Pelicans may have been in it. Also, quick question for you, Adam, because I don't know if you've seen our TikTok or anything, but there it is. Follow us on TikTok. I had a trade for Kevin Durant to go to the Pelicans. As a Pelican fan, what is your perspective? Would you want to trade Brandon Ingram, Jackson Hayes, maybe, you know, another piece like Trey Murphy and some picks for Kevin Durant? Would you rather stay out of the Kevin Durant stuff, just rolling with your young core, call him Jonas Valanciunas, and that way? Or would you be like, hey, let's roll in with CJ, Zion, and KD? Like, that's our big three. That's who we're rolling with. Not to mention, yeah, Jonas Valanciunas and Graham, Larry Nance Jr., all of those. But he said he sucked, talking about the bubble. But I'm going to give you a chance to answer my question about Kevin Durant to the Pelicans potentially. Like, how, as a Pelican fan, because as a Laker fan, there's nothing I have to worry about Kevin Durant. You know, like, Kevin Durant's not coming to LA. But there's nothing I have to worry about in the sense of putting myself in a position. So you said we got BI. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so you're fine with, you know, no Durant, as Adam says, no Durant. Yeah, I respect that. I think Brandon Ingram is as close to Durant as you can get in terms of a prospect. And that's what everybody of him coming out whenever the Lakers drafted him. They're like, well, he has the ceiling to be Kevin Durant. And not to mention, there's not a lot of negative things I can say about BI, but one of the very big positives is he literally, like, essentially carried you guys to the playoffs. You know, like, played incredible basketball, was the leader on that team. And then, of course, you guys got CJ, who helped out to the end of the stretch there. But, yeah, your guys' team is set up for the future. I'll tell you what, you guys got assets in terms of picks to trade if it all came down to it, especially late. Like, if this season you guys are playing extremely well and there's a team like the Utah Jazz, if you guys can just kind of snag a guy like Patrick Beverley, and then you have Pat Bev and Jose Alvarado, you guys are pesky. You guys would be fiery, young. nice platoon of veterans. Obviously, you got to keep Zion healthy. But all in all, your future looks extremely, extremely good. Trey, Jose, Nance Jr., keep going. Yeah, I mean, you guys have my number. I mean, I've said it for a while. The Pelicans core is unbelievable. They've done a really, really good job over there. You guys have done a great job. And as a fan, I'm sure it's exciting, because Anthony Davis was one of the best players probably in Pelicans history. Like, let's just be honest. Let's just be honest with ourselves. At the time, like, he carried you guys through the playoffs, carried you guys through the second round with Drew and Boogie. Like, that was such a fun team. But it wasn't much of like a, we could contend. And now with Zion and Brandon Ingram and CJ, you guys got the core to be something. Obviously, like I said, it kind of relies on how well Zion Williamson can play, how he can stay healthy. There's a lot that boils into that, but a healthy Brandon Ingram, a healthy Zion Williamson, a healthy CJ McCollum, a healthy Jonas Valanciunas. The future is extremely bright for the Pelicans. But Adam, as an outsider of the Lakers, what do you think about the Lakers potentially acquiring Kyrie Irving? Do you think the risk is worth the reward? Because I do. Because I think if you look in the mirror and you say, well, the alternative is you run it back with said roster that has been constructed, Lonnie Walker, Juan Toscano Anderson, Troy Brown Jr., and those guys, with Russell Westbrook, LeBron. Trey is 6'10" now and handling the ball. Yeah, he looked incredibly good in Summer League. Trey Murphy, I don't know if you watch, like, I know you're a Pelican fan. Obviously, you're sitting here talking to me about him. But whenever they played the Lakers this year, Trey Murphy killed us. He killed us. Like, there was one game, I think he had like 5 or 6 threes in LA. It was nuts. I was like, my Lord, they would pull off a kid off the end of their bench. I'm pretty sure we were up big at the time too, and then Trey Murphy just started piling it on. And it was like, dude, like, what are we doing? But again, the Lakers last year, I mean, if you went out there and you tried hard and you played hard, wasn't much hope for the Lakers because they weren't playing defense to the level that you would want. But yeah, hopefully Darvin Ham gets in there and fixes that one up for us. But nonetheless, 52-44 at the half here in Summer League basketball. Thank you again, Adam, for staying with me, hanging out, chatting. I hope you enjoy what you're seeing. You click that subscribe button. You click the like button. Because I really do appreciate you, dog. You don't understand. I love doing these. And again, if you haven't already, follow us on TikTok. We're approaching 7,000 followers on TikTok. I recently just got really back into it. I'm a college student, so I was grinding schoolwork like crazy. So I had to take a break from TikTok, and it killed me being away for all the trades and stuff. So a little over a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I got back into all this. We've been posting videos again. We've been live streaming. I have a little off time for now from school. Old AD is injury prone. Should trade LeBron for, I'm assuming he meant LeBron for KD. Yes, there it is. LeBron for KD. I saw that the other day. I can't remember what talk show was talking about, but I'll leave your comment up there while I talk about it. LeBron for KD. I mean, it's interesting in theory, right? You get the reunion East with Kyrie and LeBron. Looking at it from the net perspective, you get the reunion that the Lakers are in some sense looking for. And LeBron is pro bringing in Kyrie. So you get that reunion. You also, if you're a Laker fan, and if you're a Laker in general, and you're Rob Pelinka, Genie Bus, you bring in Kevin Durant, who is under contract for 4 more years, right? So you have the security of, okay, we're at least going to have a duo of Kevin Durant and Anthony Davis. And Russell Westbrook, if you have to keep him, okay? If you have to keep him, there's one man that has succeeded to the highest level. He got to the championship with Russ, and that's Kevin Durant. So Kevin Durant has some sort of formula. I just think Kevin Durant fits wherever he goes just because he doesn't demand a lot on the basketball floor. Like, he can hurt you in so many different ways that it doesn't matter if he has the ball or doesn't. And then Anthony Davis is a nice little on top of that one, especially with that trio of Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, and Anthony Davis. I don't think it happens. I think LeBron plays out this year and then leaves them in free agency. And as you just alluded to, you think LeBron is going back to Cleveland. I don't think he goes back to Cleveland, even though Cleveland will have a pretty good amount of cap space, especially after they get rid of Sexton. As basketball is back on, and Cole Swider bangs a three to start the second half, 55-44. Lakers are out in front. 55-44. John Petty fires it out to Jared Harper for three. It's good. Jared Harper, man, he has played extremely well for the Pelicans. It's 55-47 now. And Cole Swider gets another look, and it's good. Cole Swider 2 for 2 coming out at the half. 58-47. 52. Yeah, I mean, I could see LeBron going back to Cleveland, but I just don't think it happens. I think Cleveland's in a different space, different time. Anywhere he goes, it's going to be 1 year. Simple as that. He's trying to prolong this dream of his to play with Bronny. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, it really is intriguing. Like, will he sign just a 1 year extension with the Lakers? Like, what happens? As John Petty, mid-range, won't go. Good rebound, but he misses. And Cole Swider clears it for the Lakers. 58-47 on the fast break. Scottie Pippen Jr. blocked away. My goodness, Tyreek Jones. John Petty who finishes. Beautiful pass from John Petty, who is Swider. Okay, so Swider is a rookie from Syracuse that the Lakers brought in on a two-way contract. As Cole Swider again, 60-49 now, puts it in. So he's got 8 points to start the second half. But Cole Swider is a rookie, like I said, from Syracuse. He played 3 years at Villanova and 1 year at Syracuse for his college career. He was a dead-eye shooter, about 40%. As he gets another look from three, it's good! Cole Swider from downtown. He starts out the second half with 11 quick ones for the Lakers. Bronny is not going to make it. I completely agree. I don't think he's good enough. But Cole Swider, like I said, 19 points, 7 or 12 from the field. But again, he's from Villanova, played at Syracuse for a year. I mean, he was almost a 20-point per game Syracuse, goes on draft. The Lakers swoop in, get a two-way contract with him. And he's going to be a gem, man. He's really, really good. I love watching Syracuse basketball because they play a lot of 2-3 zone. They shoot a lot of threes. And I love up and down basketball. I love shooting threes. I love scoring. I love getting out, running. And that's what Cole Swider's all about. He's all about trailing, hitting threes, always being open, always moving, and never hesitating. He just doesn't hesitate when he shoots the ball. And it's a beautiful shot as Harper goes to the line and converts both free throws for the Pelicans. 63-51 now. 7:40 to go. Scottie Pippen Jr. with the ball. Hands it over. Cole Swider again. Won't go. He is human, and he misses a three. 63-51. Pelicans now on the push. Over John Petty Jr. Won't go. Fight for the rebound. Gets tipped out to the see the guy behind him, but still finds a way to avoid him. He gets fouled on the inside. But yeah, I agree with you, Adam. I do not think that Bronny is going to be see it. Bryce James might, but I just think that LeBron as long as he probably wants to, in the sense of playing until Bryce James does. saw a tweet from Shams. Kevin just got major extension with the Spurs as Sasha Kalea-Jones flips it up and in. And the Pelicans kick it out for three, won't go. Napier Lewis rebounds up to Scottie Pippen Jr. Right-handed layup won't go. John Petty gets the rebound, flips it up to DeVitis, who goes down, kicks out. John Butler for three, won't go. Napier Lewis clears it for the Lakers. 65-51. Hey, Adam, quick question. Are you a UFC guy? Because we got a huge card coming up this weekend as Napier Lewis flips up the tough lay-in on his weak hand, and for whatever reason, there's a delay at game call. The ball literally landed in my guy's hands. What's he supposed to do? $67-51, 6:30. John Butler, another three. Won't go. That's a bad shot. As Max Christie clears it and pushes for the Lakers. Gives it to Kalea-Jones. He gets it back, gets a little screen. Kalea-Jones, top shelf, won't go. Missed the lay-in. And now DeVitis on the attack for the Pelicans. Tough move. Lefty lay is good. All the way downhill, did a little Olay defense there from the Lakers. Swider now top of the key, hands it over. I thought he was going to hand it over to Scottie Pippen, but he keeps his dribble alive. And then it gets back tipped away to Max Christie, who then finds Scottie Pippen. Little behind the back three, won't go. And it's cleared away from Tyreek Jones. No, you're not okay. I was about to say there's a huge UFC fight card coming up. As Jared Harper now attacks off the pick and roll. Blocked away by Sasha Kalea-Jones. Rebounded by DeVitis. Out to John Petty. He won't convert the three, but Tyreek Jones clears it. Rebounds will kill you, and DeVitis hits the three off the offensive rebound. This DeVitis guy for the Pelicans. Really, really solid. No clue who he is, where he's come from. I have it right in front of me, but I don't know where it's at. He's played really, really well. I'm going to read the box score and see what he's up to. He has 9 points, 4 rebounds. He's 3 of 6 from the field. Good game so far. As Cole Swider, you were just asking about him, 19 points and 5 rebounds. 5 of 11 from downtown. And then for the Lakers, other than that, you got Mason Jones, who has 8 points. You got Sasha Kalea-Jones, who has 6 points, 7 rebounds, 3 blocks. Other than that, not really a lot of high performances. But again, unfortunately, no Trey Murphy or Dyson Daniels for the Pellies. Adam, I don't know if you're a huge fan of draft prospects and whatnot, but were you excited about the draft selection of Dyson Daniels? Because I know how I felt, and if you haven't already, watch that draft video. Skip ahead to the Dyson Daniels pick. I'm not a fan. Love Jones. He might make the squad. So are you a Jones? You a Mason Jones? Like Mason Jones from the Lakers, or love Jones? He might make the squad. Yeah, Mason Jones. I don't think he'll make it personally. I don't know how many roster spots the Lakers have available, because I know both of their two-way slots. Let me pull up my spreadsheet here. I have to count because I haven't thought about it in a long time. Let's see, Lakers transactions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. They have one roster spot from what I'm looking at. So I don't know if Mason Jones will be the one final addition. As DeVitis loses the ball, Scottie Pippen Jr. on the attack, loses it, flips it over to Max Christie. Christie over to Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen step back mid-range, won't go. I think personally that Jay Huff should. If there's anybody on the Lakers' current G League or just in general, the Summer League team, it would be him. As Scottie Pippen, great feed to Cole Swider, who lays it up and in. Beautiful pass by Scottie Pippen Jr. Drew the defense. A little behind the back feed to Cole Swider running the floor. As now Jared Harper passes it down low in the one-handed flush from Zach Hankins. Again, from Xavier University. As Max Christie all the way down, gets fouled going up. And it'll be 2 shots. But yeah, I think the Lakers with one roster spot, I could see them potentially signing Jay Huff or Mason Jones to a 2-way and then just converting Cole Swider from the 2-way to an actual contract. Because Max Christie got signed to a normal deal. I don't know how I feel about that because Max Christie extremely raw. He's not going to play for a while. I would love to see him get run with the South Bay Lakers. But beggars can't be choosers. But yeah, that's just my perspective. But nonetheless. Dyson Daniels, great 6'8", plays defense and good facilitator. Yeah. My only really concern with it was how raw he is. Like, he is so raw offensively. Like, defensively, he's phenomenal. He's a great defender. As a beautiful – look at Jay Huff, man. Blocking at the rim, blocks away Zach Hankins. And now they give it to him in the fast break. Now he's handling the ball, a little step back. He thought about a triple, but he passed it over to Javonte Mccoy. McCoy drives, draws, kicks. Max Christie ready. That looked good, and it is good. Max Christie looking a lot more comfortable out there. But yeah, my only concern was you guys are in such a win-now mode that I thought a guy like Ochai Agbaji at that spot would have made a little bit more sense for you guys, a little 3-and-D wing to add to your repertoire of such good young talent. I think he would have fit right in. So Dyson Daniels being a bit more raw didn't make a lot of sense to me. Now, obviously, like I said, great defender. You compare him next to CJ, and his offensive woes probably won't even exist because CJ McCollum is that good. But, yeah, as John Petty knocks down a 3, and we're getting a little bit of a game here. 74-63, 3 minutes to go. But, yeah, Dyson Daniels again. I kind of bashed the pick in the video, in the draft video. So if you get your feelings hurt by me, don't watch it because I was not a fan of it. I just thought there were so many other picks. Don't need him to score. Yeah, I mean, you're right. You're exactly right. It probably, in the long run, will be a good pick. Again, I just think he's so raw. And you guys are in a position, I don't think you're going to be really high at your team. But you guys are in a really good position to, like, be really, really good. And I guess as a facilitator, if you're going to believe that he can be what Lonzo Ball was for you guys, just facilitator, a defender. And again, you guys helped Lonzo's jump shot progress incredibly. So maybe you guys will develop him into a pretty solid perimeter threat because all he's going to need to really do is shoot threes, facilitate, and defend. Because, I mean, just playing off of BI, playing off Zion, playing off CJ, you're going to get a ton of open looks. So you just got to knock them down. So if you guys can develop him to a knockdown three-point shooter, about 35 to 40% shooter, I'll be wrong. I'll eat it off the chin. But I can see that. I don't know. The jury's out on him in terms of being a scorer. But again, like you said, don't need him to score. So it's going to be interesting. Can't wait to see it play out. As always, man, this stuff's so much fun whenever you get into predictions on rookies. Because, I mean, you can be way off. I'm trying to think on one that I was way off on last year. I mean, I hated Alexa Poskazevsky. Just like I hated Ousmane Dieng this year. I thought that pick was horrendous. Like, are we just trying to are the Thunder just trying to field 6'10" guys that are skinny and run them out on the court? I'm trying to think off the top of my head. It's hard to think off the top of your head about something from last year, but 74 Lakers. Again, Adam, I appreciate you, my guy. It's been fun to chat with you. If you haven't already subscribed, he's been in the G League playing against real competition. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but college has some pretty good competition as well. You know, he's been playing against grown men. That's something that is very, very true. As Javonte Mccoy getting after it defensively. Pelicans now with 4, with 3, kicks it out. Davidas for 3 is good. Davidas, man. This guy has impressed me for the Pelicans. Davidas Servidis from downtown cuts the deficit to single digits. 75-66 now. He was a part of the G League. But again, I think the G League, you know, I said this in our draft video. The G League is good for some, but it also can highlight your flaws. You know what I mean? And it did for him, but it also, he got out there, he played against really, really good competition. That's now Mason Jones, drives, draws, kicks out. Jay Huff, 3 is good. Sign this man, Jay Huff, man. Don't let him get out of your, organizational tree. Jay Huff is the real deal from downtown. 78-66 now, 1 minute and 40 to go. And now they are showcasing the Summer League Championship rings on the broadcast. And that was Sal dribbling it off his foot. And now I believe that's Paris Bass dribbles it up for the Lakers. Mason Jones gets a screen from Jay Huff. He pulls back, gives it over to Paris Bass. Paris Bass pump fakes, jabs, fires. Won't go. That was a terrible shot. Absolutely terrible. And now Davidas dribbling it up the court for the Pellies. He shoots up a 3, won't go. Javonte McCoy clears it for the Lakers. He drives. Now he's at the top of the key. Gets another screen from Jay Huff. Drives, flips it up, and he's fouled. We'll take Jay Huff. Yeah, dude, Jay Huff's a really, really good player. He's a defensive anchor. He defends the rim extremely well. I love Jay Huff. You can go back to the live stream, the first live stream that we did where we covered the Lakers versus, who was it? Who did play? It may have been the Kings. Lakers versus Kings. And Fred was talking to me about, and Fred is normally the guy I go live with on this channel. And he said, who's one name I need to watch out for? I said, Jay Huff. As Fabian White Jr. from downtown won't go. Jay Huff, man, he's a pro. He's a pro. And wherever I don't think the Lakers are going to sign him, if I'm being completely honest. I don't think they are. He's been in the South Bay Laker organization for a few seasons, I believe. He got called up to the big league roster every now and again last year. He played extremely well in short stints, but never got a long-term go. And we were terrible last year. We were terrible. And we still played DeAndre Jordan and Dwight Howard over him. All the respect in the world to my guy Dwight. But DeAndre Jordan got played over him. I couldn't believe it. But nonetheless, hopefully he doesn't go anywhere and the Lakers are able to keep him around in the organizational tree, like I said. Again, shouts out Adam. He says, we'll take Jay Huff. I hope to God you don't. But if you do get him, just know what you're getting. He's real, real solid. I think if the Celtics were to swoop in and get him, I think he's perfect for them. Literally perfect. He fits everything they need out of a big, off the bench. Javonte McCoy, step back, mid-range, pure. 80-67 now. Lakers are on top. But, yeah, I'm scared to death the Celtics are going to snag him. Scared to death. Because they need a backup center, bad. And he can play 10 to 15 minutes for them and be incredible. And it would really annoy me as a Laker fan. As now Deron Sebron finishes through the contact and then gets the steal and then smokes the lay-in. The Lakers recover it, flip it up. Javonte McCoy off the backboard. And now we go to the fourth quarter where the Lakers are on top. They took away the scoreboard way too fast. luckily 80-69. So, yeah, dude, I have been worried sick that the Celtics, because, again, they need a stinking a big, and it would kill me if he ended up there. Now, obviously, I'd be happy for him getting his opportunity, but do it here. Do it here. As it's 80-69 into the third quarter, thank you again so much for hanging out with me as we live stream the Lakers Summer League action. The Lakers have pretty much dominated the game down the stretch. And they find themselves out in front by 11. One of these days, you want to see my Kobe thing, dude? I really want to show. I need to get it on my wall. I need to rearrange my desk too. I need to push it over so you don't just awkwardly see my door. Like, I want to show love to the championship banner over there. My God, not banner, but the picture. It was perfect timing. I forgot I had it over there, if I'm being completely honest. And then, of course, the Kobe timeline up there. Kobe versus Michael on that side. The signed picture of Magic, Kobe, and Shaq. That picture is incredible. It's a beautiful picture. I wish I got it signed. I need to get it signed by Shaq, first off. But obviously, it's not signed by Kobe, or else that thing would be worth so much money. As here we go, 80-69. The Pelicans will look to get it rolling. Elijah Stewart downhill drives, flips it up and in over Sasha Kalea-Jones. 80-71 now. And the Pelicans need to win by 5 or more to advance to the championship game. The drop-off pass from R.J. Cole is deflected out of bounds. So, yeah, I mean, the Pelicans potentially play the Summer League championship game to go up against the New York Knicks. And they're struggling here. Mason Jones flips it out to Javonte Mccoy. Javonte Mccoy drives and then kicks it out to Mason Jones. Beautiful movement. And your guy, Mason Jones, buries the corner 3 ball. He's been super efficient this game. I haven't seen this level of efficiency from him. As Elijah Stewart kicks it over to Deron Seaburn. Seaburn attacks downhill, flips it outside, and it's deflected out of bounds. Off the noggin of Sasha Kalea-Jones. 83-71. Lakers are out in front. They kick it out to Davidas. Davidas gets a screen, and it's a moving one. So it's an offensive foul. The Lakers get possession back. 83-71, looking to add to their lead. As R.J. Cole flips it over to Mason Jones. He gets a screen from Kalea-Jones. Beautiful crossover, pump fake, steps inside the three-point line to try to draw the foul. Throws it off the backboard, no whistle. Beautiful no call by that official. And now Elijah Stewart will look to make something happen. Gets a screen, flips it out to Deron. Deron Seaburn getting defended by Javonte Mccoy fairly well. Drives left, will show and go, and flips it up and in. Beautiful drive by Deron Seaburn. As it's 83-73 as my guy Deron Ham in the crowd sporting the LA hat. And we got a moving screen on Sasha Kalea-Jones. Here we go. Jared Harper checks back in for the Pelicans. Should help their coming back, fight here as he dumps it off to the wide open man who doesn't shoot it, Tyreek Jones. He hands it over to Deron. Deron drives and kicks out to Elijah Stewart. Elijah Stewart, little step back 3. It's good. Looked like he willed that one in. He shot it up there, and it looked like he prayed for that ball to fall, and it did. And now Mason Jones will look to answer. Hands it over to R.J. Cole to give it over to McCoy. McCoy waiting on a screen. He goes opposite. Denies the screen. Attacks, foul, and one. 3-point play opportunity for Javonte Mccoy, who has potentially played his way to a roster somewhere. Again, I don't think it's going to be for the Lakers, as they are showcasing the 2021-2022 leading scores for the Los Angeles Lakers. As I don't know if you saw in the news, but Russell Westbrook and his longtime agent have agreed to part ways, as Javonte Mccoy converts the 3-point play. I don't know what kind of significance that leads to in terms of for the Lakers and Westbrook, that whole thing, but it's significant in some senses, as there's an offensive foul by the Pelicans. And the Lakers will look to add on to their lead. They've taken complete control of this game. Mason Jones now working, drives, draws to R.J. Cole. Downtown, won't go. But Fabian White Jr. gets the rebound and gets fouled by Davidas. Here we go. That guy looks like J.J. Redick in the crowd. It's not, but he looks like him. A lot of purple and gold in the stands, as always in Vegas. 86-76, Javonte Mccoy working. Oh, my goodness, what a crossover. A little step back. Oh, he missed it. Beautiful move, but can't finish. That's Mason Jones. Good ball movement. Javonte Mccoy, wide open three is good. Off the extra pass from Mason Jones. Beautiful ball movement leads to a wide open three for Javonte Mccoy. As now Jared Harper drives and kicks. Beautiful ball movement for the Pellies. John Petty for three. Won't go. Kalea Jones battles on the glass, and the Lakers retain it. R.J. Cole on the push. Little Steve Nash action. Little roundy whoop-de-woo over to Sasha Kalea Jones, who won't finish. And John Petty Jr. rebounds. Petty over to Deron Seaburn. Seaburn up top to Tyreek Jones. Tyreek Jones hands it over to Harper. Harper working around the screen. Little fillet shot. Gets fouled by McCoy. He just did a beautiful Chris Paul impersonation. Got the ball off that little handoff. Waited for his defender. He took one little dribble to control his body. Javonte Mccoy runs into him. He flips up a floater. And now he'll get two shots. And from what we've seen, he is a beautiful free throw shooter. 6:15 to go in Summer League action. This could be the final live stream of the Summer League season. So unfortunately, this could lead to the end of the Summer League live streams. I don't know if I'll be live tomorrow night. I could be, potentially, for the Lakers and the Mavericks. We'll see. I probably will be live for that one. I probably will be. I'll see you guys tomorrow night, of course. But other than that, that's the last Lakers Summer League game. So that would actually do it. 89-78 now. Mason Jones hands it over to Javonte Mccoy. McCoy, cross-court pass to Fabian White Jr. Corner three, won't go. Kalea Jones tried rebounding in, but it was deflected out. And now Elijah Stewart retains for the Pelicans. Jared Harper drives, draws, kicks. Petty Jr. three ball, won't go. Looks like Jared Harper turned his ankle. He's down on the baseline. Looks like he took a seat and slid straight back as Javonte Mccoy misses the runner. And it looks like Elijah Stewart's going to push it up to Deron, who slams it down. And another 5-on-4 break. Kalea Jones gets absolutely hammered. He got kicked in the back of the head unintentionally, but Jared Harper, that stinks for him. He's been having a great summer league. 89-80, though. It's over from my guy Adam. Something I mentioned early on in the broadcast was I said that you never know in Summer League. That's the thing. Like, you guys were up 8 at the end of the first quarter. The Lakers flipped it on its head, right? So in Summer League, you just never know. It's one of those things. These guys are super inconsistent. But the Lakers have had complete control for quite some time now. But the Pelicans have cut it to single digits. Just stinks because arguably, yeah, another injury. You're exactly right. It stinks. I mean, Jared Harper, he was driving to the bucket. Looks like he turned an ankle. And then, sat down on the baseline and scooted himself back to the bench. And play went on for, another minute. I don't even think a ref saw him over there. But the Pelicans did score while he was down. So that's pretty cool. But, yeah, man, injuries stink. Injuries stink. I hate injuries. It just all around is just not fun. Injuries, they plague the game. They take away great basketball players way too soon from us. So I hate them. I literally hate them. That's our C team. What, the one you got out there? Yeah, I know. Your guys' A team is like Dyson Daniels, Trey Murphy. I mean, and then you even have Carlo Makakovic getting a breather. But nonetheless, I thought the boys would be out and about. All I've seen is your guys' BI, who's a former Laker land out there. No Zion in attendance. $89-80, 5:26 to go. Will we have a game? As Mason Jones, R.J. Cole, Scottie Pippen, Cole Swider, and Jay Huff on the floor for the Lakers. Mason Jones flips up a floater, won't go. And on the attack, Day'Ron Seabron up and in, and it looks like he's hurt. He's holding on to his lower back, and now Scottie Pippen on the other end for the Lakers. Brings it down the court, gets a little flare screen from Cole Swider. Scottie all the way, flips it up. It's good. That's a tough shot from Scottie Pippen Jr. He flips it up and in. Sorry, I forgot to take this off and put this one back up. As that's a three, won't go. Scottie Pippen rebounds and now pushes. 91-82. He dishes it over. Mason Jones pump fakes in the corner. Back out to Pippen. Scottie Pippen now working against Elijah Stewart. Flips up another one, and it's good. 93-82. Scottie Pippen Jr. Yeah, I know. He was holding his back. He looks like he's good now, though. He might be checking out. I'll keep you updated. But he drove. He tried going. He took some contact and then, scooped up a lay-in. It went off, and then he kind of started holding his back. As Scottie Pippen Jr. He's had a rough shooting night, but nonetheless has now 11 points and 8 assists. As the Lakers are now on top, 94-82. John Petty over to John Butler for three. Won't go. Jay Huff with the rebound. And gets it over to Max Christie. Christie's had a really quiet second half after playing pretty well. It's Jay Huff, trailer. Three ball is good. Jay Huff from downtown, 97-82 now for the Lakers. I mean, this guy has it all. He's literally the perfect NBA 5. I hope the Lakers retain him. That's all I have to say. As now Elijah Stewart over to John Petty. John Petty looking, gives it over to Davidas. Davidas, tough shot. It's good. Davidas. Servetus from downtown. And Jay Huff running the floor, lays it up, won't go. No foul call. These refs letting him play a little bit. A little dump-off pass. Another hack, but no call. Tyreek Jones takes it through the contact from R.J. Cole and scores. 97-87, and Scottie Pippen Jr. says, all right, let's slow this bad boy down. And he'll wait for his screen from Jay Huff. He draws, gets it deflected out. 3:16 to go. The Lakers are on top by 10, 97-87. Why are they showing Damian Lillard statistics on the screen? That's hilarious. I don't know what they're talking about. I guess it's CJ. CJ, but I don't even think CJ's on the call anymore. Scottie Pippen Jr. on the baseline, jabs a couple times, finds Jay Huff, top of the key, who will drive, draw, flips it up, one-legged fadeaway, won't go, and Cole Swider battling for the rebound with Butler, and it's tipped out by John Butler. The Lakers will get a fresh 14 on the clock. Jay Huff, they inbound it to him. He hands it over to Cole Swider. Cole Swider, mid-range jump shot, won't go. And a great rebound by Tyreek Jones for the Pelicans. Again, in order for the Pelicans to play a championship game on Sunday, they would need to win today by 5 or more. Not looking good as Tyreek Jones gets an offensive rebound, passes it over to John Petty, and it's blocked away by Jay Huff. Javonte Mccoy on the other end to Max Christie. Layup's good, and the foul. 99-87. Jay Huff leading it all as the defensive anchor for the Lakers Summer League team. Jay Huff, ladies and gentlemen. Remember the name. Jay Huff is now 24 years old. He's from Virginia. He played 4 years at Virginia. All right? If you're not familiar with the college circuit, Virginia is such a good basketball program. Tony Bennett is one of the smartest coaches in college basketball. Okay? And he played under him for essentially 4 to 5 years. Can't get much better than that. Great teaching. I mean, he improved every year. He developed his game. I'm all in on Jay Huff. Jay Huff's a real deal. I love me some Jay Huff. Wherever he goes, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. But Adam, my guy, you never told me how you found my channel. Have you always been subscribed? Did you find us on TikTok? Because that seems to be a common thread. People from TikTok just hop over and hang out. I want to know, or were you just searching for somebody to hang out with tonight and you found this live stream and you wanted to come and hang out? I'd like to know. Because I have a guy that whenever I live stream Kentucky games, now it's been 2 years since we did that, and I miss it so bad. Cannot wait to get back after it this year. It's done. I'm out. Thanks. Hey, Adam. See you, my guy. It's been fun. Thank you so much for staying with us. It's been fun to talk to you. As Max Christie misses the front end. I put up G's on accident. And now the Pelicans will look to attack. Elijah Stewart into the front court, gets a double screen, loses the ball, but a foul on Scottie Pippen Jr. Looking for play-by-play. I got you. I hope you enjoyed, man. Hope you enjoyed. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, my guy. We will be going live a lot more for the NBA season. We'll pick games throughout the week, and I'm sure the Pelicans will be pretty high on our list of games to watch. And I'm looking to potentially change my work schedule. I'm going to get a new job, so I could be Wednesday to Friday. I might not be able to live stream, but Saturday through Tuesday, I should be good to go, there's an NBA game almost every night of the week. So we'll be doing play-by-play throughout the season. If you're a college guy, I'll be doing Kentucky basketball games. And, of course, just regular videos will be posted here, our weekly podcast with Caleb and Fred. And just, overall content as a whole. So I hope you enjoyed, man. I appreciated your company throughout this. As John Petty, mid-range jump shot, won't go. Cole Swider rebounds in under 2 minutes now for Summer League here in Vegas. As Javonte Mccoy now on top of the key with 1:50 to go. Just under 8 now with the shot clock gets the screen by Jay Huff. Oh my goodness, what a double cross. Right-handed, way off. Almost shot it over the backboard. 99-89, a minute and 35 to go. As now DeVitis has the ball for the Pelicans. I've been super impressed by him. He loses the ball, finds the open man, John Butler, takes the contact from Jay Huff, and he's going to the line for two. I commend the Pelicans for not giving up, continuing to fight. That was a good play by John Butler, who is another guy who's extremely raw. I remember during the draft process, there was a lot of swirls. He was going to be a second-round draft pick, but he went undrafted. Now it looks like the Pelicans have swooped him up, and the first free throw is up, hit the top of the backboard, and falls. 99-90. Lakers have kind of gone cold down the stretch here. Kind of left the door open for the Pellies as John Brown Jr. flips up another one, and it's good. He goes 2 for 2, and it's 99-91. A minute 25 to go. Let's see what happens here. It's a big possession. If you score here, it's likely over. Scottie Pippen now working against John Petty Jr. He's calling for a screen. Nobody's kind of making a move. Now Jay Huff does. Jay Huff sets like a little ghost screen, and Scottie Pippen gets in a bad spot out to Javonte Mccoy. McCoy, a little back and forth cross, flips it up, and he's fouled. And that should do it. Javonte McCoy will get 3 free throws, a chance to put the nail in the coffin, as Elijah Stewart put his hand in the cookie jar and got caught with the foul. Cool, I subscribe. I'll check you out, especially for Pelicans games. Hey, appreciate you, Adam. It's always love, my man. I appreciate you so much. And that's what this is all about, man. Meeting new people through lives, trying to, expand out from. I mean, you'll get all Laker game coverage from me, and I know you don't care about that because you're not a Laker fan. But there will be times where, obviously the Lakers play the Pelicans 3 to 4 times a year, and not to mention the Pelicans are actually a very, very, fun team to look into this year. I'll probably live stream y'all's first game because Zion coming back is big, and I would love to watch it. But I just hate that you guys play at like 7 o'clock. It's really early. That's so early just to come up and live stream. But nonetheless, 102-94 now. Big shot there from the Pellies. There's 40 seconds to go now. Javonte McCoy gets a screen from Jay Huff. He'll drive. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Good pass, but turns it over. John Butler Jr. over to John Petty Jr. John Petty, little step back 3. He rattles in and out, and they should dribble it out. And the Lakers win 102-94. A really, really good game. The Lakers get a win. Always a good night when the Lakers win the game. Lakers 102, Pelicans 94, and that is your final score. Let me put it up here. Let me put this up here. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. My guy Adam, thank you so much for hanging out with me, man. Makes it a whole lot easier to chit-chat as the Summer League Championship will be 3 o'clock Eastern. The New York Knicks versus the Portland Trail Blazers. Beautiful game. Look at the box scores to finish off here. 102-94. Cole Swider, 21 points, 6 rebounds. Sasha Kalea-Jones with 6 points, 9 rebounds, 3 blocks. Max Christie with 12 points on 4 of 8 shooting. Good work there. Scottie Pippen with 11 points and 7 assists. Bad shooting night, but nonetheless. And then, of course, Jay Huff, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 4 blocks, 2 for 2 from downtown, 4 or 6 from the field. Just really, really good work from Jay Huff. And Javonte McCoy also played pretty well, shot pretty inefficiently, but nonetheless. All right, guys, thank you so much again for watching. Hope you had a good time.